Hi guys, how are you going? I hope you had a really beautiful Thursday. It's the end of the week for me. I'm not working tomorrow, so looking forward to having a day off. It's been such a whirlwind. And today what I want to do is talk with you a little bit about magnifying your flaws. And I'm just going to share this over to the practice page, which is called All Psyched Up. So let me just do that now. Okay. The reason that this topic has come up is because it's something that a lot of us do from time to time, isn't it? We all get caught up focusing on all of the negative things that are happening in our lives, in the world around us, and we often focus on the things that we're perhaps not doing so well. And it's really interesting when you look at the neuroscience behind focusing on flaws. Hey, Peter, how are you? Thank you so much for watching. And one of the things is that we're drawn to focusing on our flaws. And there's a theory behind it that says that it's for survival. We want to be perfect, perhaps. We want to do everything the right way, because if we don't, then something bad might happen, okay? And that something bad might happen could be maybe somebody's not going to like you anymore, maybe you're going to lose your job, maybe you'll get into trouble, maybe there'll be some consequence or ramification for you not doing something. Okay, so focusing on your flaws can also look like negative self-belief. So you might tell yourself, oh, I'm hopeless with money, or I'm bad with relationships and things like that. But all that happens when we focus on our flaws is we can make ourselves really unwell, actually. You know, it can impact our confidence, our self-esteem, our self-belief, all of those sorts of things. And left unchecked, of course, this can also lead to even other things like symptoms of depression perhaps, or maybe symptoms of anxiety and stuff like that. So it's really important that we try and catch these thoughts when they're coming, and what we want to do is try and retrain our brain to turn it around a little bit. So we want to try and learn to acknowledge some of the things that we do really well. Maybe you're really, really good at making cupcakes. Maybe you're amazing at taming toddlers. Maybe you're amazing at, you know, breaking up fights with, you know, dogs in the park or something. I don't know. I'm just thinking about walking my dog, and he always likes to pick fights with dogs that are bigger than him, and I'm not that great at breaking them up. But the thing is, by starting to focus on your talents a little bit more, that can help rebuild, restore, and create a buffer for stress, which is really, really important. But it also restores confidence and things like that as well. So it's really, really valuable to be able to start this idea of cultivating awareness and acknowledgement and acceptance of talents and good things. I think one of the reasons that we don't do that is because perhaps in society, there's this whole idea of tall poppy syndrome, and it's not good to talk well about yourself, and you don't want to brag because that's wrong. And then, you know, there's all these other things as well. Like, I don't know, have you ever seen crabs in a bucket? You know, if one crab tries to crawl out, the other crab pulls him down, you know, and then that crab will try and crawl out and the other crab will pull that one down. It's very, very hard to you know, feel confident by acknowledging the good things that you're doing. But I think if that's something that you struggle with, then maybe starting something like a little journal for yourself, where maybe you write down 3 or 4 or 5 things every day that you're proud of, or that went well, or that you were successful with, or that you are happy about, can be a really fantastic way of turning your mindset around to something that's a little bit more healthy and more productive for you. So instead of magnifying our flaws, let's try instead to start acknowledging some of the good things that you're doing as well, because you're doing plenty of them. And just before I finish up, I can give you another example. There was a study that was done. I can't remember. I always get this wrong. It was UCLA or it was Harvard. I forget which, but it was one of those. They had a team of 100 people, 100 couples, and person A had to follow person B around for a whole day and give them 100 compliments and one negative comment. And then what happened was the psychologist tested all these couples afterwards, and they wanted to see the recall for the positive feedback and, of course, the negative comment. What they found was that over time, at 3, 6, 12 and 24-month follow-up, everybody could remember the negative comment. They were very dismissive of all of the nice things. There's a reason we hang on to the negative stuff, and it comes from that space of fear, as we were talking about sooner. The other thing too is when it comes to flaws, one of the other theories about why we hang on to these is because when bad things happen to us, like we get bad feedback or negative feedback and things like that, scans show that the same part of the brain lights up as if you got stabbed. So it's a big deal. We take it very, very seriously when we're not fitting in, when we're getting negative feedback, when we feel like there's something not quite right with us, or how we look, or how we're thinking, or how we sound, and things like that. So it's understandable, and you're not alone. But it can be a problem if magnifying the flaws or only focusing on the flaws is what you're experiencing. Yep. So we just want to try and get a little bit more of a balance there. And one of the ways to do that is to quietly yourself in a little journal somewhere, start acknowledging each day a few things that are good about you or your day or who you are as a person or your values or that you're grateful for. Okay, just some ideas. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. It is so good to be back. I loved being in Brisbane, but I also love talking with you guys too. The next workshop's happening in Los Angeles in mid-August, and so I can't wait to meet my LA friends over there soon too. That's only 6 weeks away, I think. I've got to go and get some things sorted out before then. So happy days. I hope you have a beautiful night, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.